We're gonna start recording the fucking podcast. So, ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Let's get this drink rolling. Come on, rookie. Open up that beer. It was a twist top, by the way.
You're a dick.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So, ooh, this is good.
So is this.
So I picked these up. Not that we're selling anything, but I picked these up just because they look like they tasted good. So I picked up this hard water pineapple coconut, hard sparkling water. Only 5% alcohol. Is fucking pineapple coconut.
Isn't 5% pretty
Not for
good?
me. Not for me.
Isn't that like more
and I'll
than
show
an
you
IPA?
why. So that one was what? That's apple orange
Apple orange hard cider, which is delicious. By the way.
Cider Boys.
5% alcohol.
I gotta
as well.
go buy another one now. Fuck. This thing is fucking solid, man. Low
So is
calories,
this.
gluten free, and low carb. This is the healthiest. This is literally the healthiest thing
The
I've
healthiest
had.
drunk you're gonna get.
No, this is the healthiest thing I've had in like the last probably a week and a half. So it ain't this pineapple coconut. So now, you just remind me that I had these. Here are my rum balls.
What are they?
These are rum balls that I made. Let me open this up. So now, mind you,
I don't know what a rum ball is. I assume it has rum.
it is a chocolatey, vanilla-y rum soaked ball. So this, my friend, it's delicious, but it'll also fuck you up pretty good. No, I'm not.
You're not gonna cheers with it?
No. So sorry that we're eating on the microphone, but I just remembered that I brought these. It'll get you.
Watch out for the guns.
Yeah, right?
They'll get you.
It's not bad, right?
Not bad at all.
Don't chew into the microphone, though.
Fuck them.
So,
Fuck those people that listen to us. They can hear me chew for
fucking
2
gross.
seconds. Well, I can
You know
taste,
that's-
I can taste the rum.
You know that's like the new, like, thing.
What?
I think it's called AMRS or something like that. That's like the new, like, fetish that everyone's, like, getting literally a boner on. You see
Oh,
that?
yeah.
So there's, like...
And they do this.
Like, it's fucking gross. But it's super fucking weird.
And then they whisper.
I don't get it. I don't understand it, but it's also super creepy because it's like a huge amount of like little kids doing it.
Oh, that second one had a little kick to it.
Yeah.
That second bite had the kick to it.
Yeah, that's how. So like, I'll talk about that other thing later. But these rum balls. So I used to make these all the time. I haven't made them in years. Lost the recipe, right? So then I went to go make like a practice batch. I was like, fuck it, I'll make it on my own. Because all the recipes you find online use corn syrup. And I'm not about that corn syrup shit. So I went, I was like, fuck it, I'll just make my own recipe. I made a small little sample batch, came out fucking perfect. But I only made like, literally like a handful. So I was like, all right, now I'm gonna make a batch for like the whole family for Christmas. And I just fucking went overboard on the rum. I was like, this is good. No, a little bit more. Nah, I didn't need a little bit more. Next thing
Yeah, that second bite had a fucking kick to it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So the worst part is, it's like, okay, you taste the rum, but it doesn't feel that much because it's in food form.
Right.
This shit's going to come and haunt you in a little bit. Give it about 20, 30 minutes.
I'm gonna start getting warm.
Oh, yeah.
So we tried to start a new tradition last week with starting off with a today I learned.
All right. So what do you got today?
Today I learned. So, in the Christmas spirit, the birth of God on earth. Today I learned.
God or Jesus?
Both. Well, God
Are they
is
two
Jesus.
separate people?
No, they're both. Well, there are three that are one.
I'm not getting into that. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
8 pound, 10 ounce baby Jesus.
So today I learned people have filed lawsuits against God.
How is that possible?
You can sue anybody.
Okay, so what they sue him for? Him or her?
To him.
Says you.
In 1970, Arizona lawyer Russell T. Tansel filed a lawsuit against God on behalf of his secretary, Betty Penrose, seeking $100,000 in damage. Penrose blamed God for his negligence, allowing a lightning bolt to strike her house. When God failed to turn up in court, Penrose won the case by default.
So who paid?
Exactly. No one's going to pay.
He can say, I beat God?
Ernie Chambers, Pavel M., Chanda Kumar, all these people.
Beat God in court?
Yeah. Shandan Kumar Singh, a lawyer from Benar, India, used the Hindu god Rama for mistreating his wife. sued the Hindu god Rama for mistreating his wife, the goddess Sita. The court dismissed his case, calling it impractical. Not that that's God,
Right.
but that's not
So
the Christian
regardless
God.
of what you believe in, let's say you're right in your religion. Mm-hmm. Guess who's the first person going to fucking hell with the second that you die?
See, you don't want to get into this. You don't want to get into this.
If you sued your own God that you believe in, I'm pretty sure that's kind of like one of like the top things is going to send you to hell.
No, it's not.
Really?
No.
And I'll take the safe route on that one.
No, it's not something he'd chuck you down the hot hole for.
All right. Well, I learned something new today, that there's a lot of people that
Are stupid.
Hey man.
Now think
they
about
won
this.
The court case.
You know who's smart? The lawyer who took the case.
Why?
Because he's getting paid no matter what.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to get paid from you.
Well, unless he's one of those lawyers that's like, I don't get paid unless you win.
They all get, well,
Right?
yeah, well, if you win, she technically won the case.
The first one did, not the second one.
Yeah, but if she won the case, even though God didn't pay her, well, you got to pay me. You won. I told you. So you won.
No. Well, whatever. So I guess here's to baby Jesus getting
There's
sued.
baby
on his
Jesus
birthday.
getting sued.
So to start off, here I got something for you. I get you a Christmas present. So there you go. Merry Christmas. Even though you didn't get me anything, I got you something.
You're right. I didn't get you anything. I didn't get anybody anything.
That's all right. I still got you something though.
Well, you are a peach. I shall open it on camera.
Go ahead and open it. So
It better not be a fucking.
dildo.
What I was gonna say with the penis
pump?
pump. I don't know where that is, by the way.
I think.
No,
Didn't Tom end up with it?
No, Tom
Did we put it in your suitcase?
put it in my suitcase, and I don't know where it ended up.
So it's got to be somewhere in like your moving boxes or something.
Somewhere.
That or your dog Petey stole your penis pump.
He would steal it.
Here, you can just give me the paper. Just pop it.
Loot crate.
We're making a ton of weird noise on the thing today. Did I close it? I don't think I closed it.
It's got tape on it.
No, yeah, I just look, man. I did it super quick. All right.
Nice.
So I got Shawn 2 T-shirts because he wears the same shirts over and over again. So I figured these were kind of cool. So this one's like
I can show it to the camera.
Yeah, you can show it to the camera. You can
But
say,
for those watching at home or listening at home,
watching home,
I got a sweet X-Men.
that's the Uncanny X-Men with the dark Wolverine.
Yeah, I want to say. I know the artist is Jim Lee. Jim Lee is the artist of that.
Yeah, and then the other one is a. These are pretty dope shirts.
This is fucking sweet.
Right?
It's like a
retro Miami Vice Star Wars.
Star
shirt.
Wars with all the characters.
So it's pretty cool.
Return of the Jedi. Ah, it's Return of the Jedi.
Let me see. Yeah, that's Jedi.
Jedi. Thank you, sir.
No problem. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Shout out to Loot Crate, even though that's not where I got the shirts from. Yeah, so there you go. Hopefully they fit you. If not, just give them to me. Then I'll wear them.
They'll fit me. I'm
One way or another. You're gonna make them.
I'll
fit.
make them fit.
Fat guy in a little coat.
No, they're at double X. I'm actually working my way down.
No, I'm evidently
So-
working my way opposite.
That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure
and
like
we could switch clothes then. That would be rad.
right.
We
No,
wouldn't have to sell anything.
I'm pretty sure I'm borderline diabetic because of all the junk food I've been eating. Like, I have to be like one rum ball away from hitting diabetes for sure. So let me go ahead and test that theory out.
Diabetes.
Yeah, I've been eating like shit. So whatever. We stayed up late last night. So before we get into jiu-jitsu news, I do have a bunch of jiu-jitsu news. Last night, I think we both stayed up. Well, I stayed up pretty late with my family. Because we do dinner Christmas Eve, stay up as late as we can, open up the presents late, and then everybody goes home.
All the presents?
All the presents. The past few years, it's kind of gotten from like midnight to 11 to 10. I think last year we made it to like 9:30. And they're like, fuck it, let's just open presents.
Everybody's just getting older and older and older.
Yeah. So this year, I decided, let's do something different. Let's play some board games to like eat up the time. And whatever, then see like as late as we can do it, then we'll actually open presents. So I ended up buying 2 board games. One was called Suspicion, which is basically a version of Clue. Instead of someone getting killed, like you gotta guess. It's literally Clue and Guess Who put together.
Oh, with like the faces.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Like everybody thinks like you think that you're getting it, everybody's way off. But I got the MacGyver board game. Have you seen this?
MacGyver board game.
Here's a MacGyver.
Does it come with like a paperclip, a rubber band?
It comes with 5 different packets, and you're not allowed to open the packets at all. So you have to like read these like this little instruction sheet, and then you have to go to a website. So you have to have like your computer, your laptop right next to you. Once the computer tells you like you got to put in a code or whatever, once the computer tells you to open up the first packet, then you can open up the packet. Now you can either do it timed or no time. So they have no time, 75 minutes, or 45 minutes to finish one packet, and there's 5 of them, and they like take different times.
So it's kind of like an escape room almost.
It's literally, that's what it says, MacGyver the escape room game, right? It is fucking difficult, man. There was like 5 of us, and by the end it just ended up being me and my brother-in-law doing it, because everybody else got so frustrated. And it's kind of small. That's the downside. It's like really, really small, but there's one part where you got to use like a mirror to find like the hidden word, like the reflection. There's another part where you have to figure out wiring. So there's some math problems.
So you can only play the game once?
So you can only play each mission once, but each mission is like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, but that kind of takes away the...
It definitely does, but I think by the time you get to like that 5th one, and you want to go back and play,
you're done with that.
You're not going to remember it. But for sure, you're done with it. I think it's a pretty cool concept. For $20,
did you win?
No, so we lost the time. So this is how they fuck you over. So some of the questions like you get obviously on the board game, but you have to put the answer in online. Every time you put in the wrong answer, it deducts a minute from your time.
Dang.
So we're like, oh, we got a 75 minutes, real solid. Next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, we're down to 30. We need to stop hitting submit, because you keep on hitting the submit button. And some questions are fucking hard. Some are, you know how they do like the little tricky like bullshit. And we literally got to maybe 2 steps before like the winning the game, or winning at least that mission. It's like, timeout. But
Did
it's
you finish
fucking
it anyways?
Yeah, because the last one was super fucking frustrating. I was like we're eating dinner. I'm like, this is eating me alive right now. I need to go back and finish that fucking puzzle. It's definitely worth it, but it's only for like 2 or 3 people, like tops, because the board is like really small, right? And then someone has to obviously pay attention to the laptop. So it's a little difficult. It's very frustrating. You have to have people that can at least be chill and have fun with it. It's definitely worth it. I think we could definitely do like a drunken night of that fucking board game, but not on a time limit, because the time limit.
How can you do a drunken night?
Why not?
You can't even do it sober.
No, I was drunk last night too. But it was cool. It was fun, man. So we ended up at like midnight, 12:30, finally opening up the presents and stuff. So it was cool.
Yeah.
You guys ended up going to Lee's house.
I went over to Lee's house and ate dinner and shot the shit with his in-laws. This is a nice night. Very, like, I'm not a big party guy.
Yeah.
Like, the bigger the party, the less fun I have.
Unless it's Oktoberfest.
Well, that's not really a party. As weird as it sounds,
right,
it's still a small group at Oktoberfest.
Right.
You don't have like a big group of people. It's like you're hanging out with even though there's a lot of people there. Like at a party, you feel weird just hanging out with a small group of people, because then it's like, well, there's other people here too that you should socialize with.
You don't have to.
I know. I just don't.
I get it. No, I mean, I get what you mean, but I mean, it depends on the party that I go to and like whose party it is. Because some of my friends have like the really chill crowd of people that everybody can be friends with, and then some other friends have like a couple of the hoity-toity friends that are like they have to be in their niche, and anybody else can go. Like,
yeah, like I think next temple party I'm gonna have to start drinking.
I think you need to start drinking a little bit, yeah.
Just because I like.
But there's a lot of people there that I didn't even know.
Well, it's like I want to. It's not like it's kind of like an anxiety, but it's not really anxiety. It's just like
for sure it's an anxiety.
It's like, well, no, I don't feel like. Right. I just don't know. You know, I'm not a good
conversation. Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah,
you don't know the icebreaker.
The icebreakers are terrible, and the thing is I don't like talking about surface shit. Like I'm not.
Oh, so what do you do?
What do you do? Yeah. What? Haven't seen you in a while. How you been?
Hey, how you been? How's it going? When you're asking all these questions that you truthfully don't give a fuck about.
I just if I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you like for real. So like doing that surface shit just does not interest me.
It's the small talk. The small talk kills me too. Like I don't give a shit about that stuff.
So like so next temple party I think I'm going to drink just so I'm like, hey, what's up?
No, I mean everybody. You gotta. That's the best part.
But then
about
who's going to go for liquor runs if I'm drunk?
Anybody else? Anybody else? Trust me, you wouldn't be the first person to ever go on a liquor run like fucked up. You can Uber it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have 1 or 2 drinks and then go like. I mean, don't drink and drive, but 1 drink isn't gonna do anything unless you're super lightweight. Which
I think we've established I am.
Yeah, but anytime you drink, it's only Oktoberfest, and that's pretty heavy duty.
What's weird is, though, liquor, like vodka, doesn't affect me.
Right.
Like, I can drink multiple vodkas, and I'd still be fine.
Right.
Beer, for some reason, 1 beer, 2 beers, I'm buzzing. It's the weirdest thing.
It's how your body processes it.
Yeah,
like, for me, that's why I can sit there and have, like, rum drinks. I'll be fine. I can sit there and drink tequila. Sure, I'll get drunk, but I won't get fucked up. The only drink that fucks me up to the point where I'm like, I don't remember stuff is Cafe Patron. Cafe tequila, like coffee tequila I get, I'll just black out.
There's coffee tequila?
Yeah, Cafe Patron. It's pretty good, but
do you mix it? What do you mix it with?
You can do, I think it's called a Baby Guinness. So it's Bailey's and Cafe Patron. It tastes delicious. But it's literally like, with all the fucking drinks I've had, that's the only drink that if I have 1 or 2 shots, there's that black hole of the night. Like I can't remember that section of the night until like it goes in and out of my system. Anything else, like, I mean, I've sat there and have literally drank maybe 4 or 5 days straight. No problem. Like, and I'm talking about legitimately drinking. My only form of liquid is booze for 4 or 5 days. That was a long hurricane. So
well let's so you open presents with the family. You get anything rad?
It was pretty mellow this year. I think I got some pretty cool gifts for people.
No, did you receive anything?
I got what did I get? I got a GoPro, like a refurbished GoPro, because mine tanked it like a while ago and never replaced it. And then my dad got me a phone, which is cool. The Google phone, but it's not here. Typical my dad fashion, I got a box within a box that had an envelope. So I open up the envelope and it's a piece of paper saying your phone's coming in about a week or 2.
I heard good things about those Google phones.
No, I said it like I've been talking about it, that like I wanted to get one.
I heard the camera's incredible.
The camera supposedly was really good. What I'm really looking for is I think it's called Google Fi, from what I read. So basically, you
can take pictures of shit and it looks it up on Google.
I mean, you could do that now anyway, but it's the Google Fi. I have to double check. I haven't looked at it in a while, but basically, it's an international phone, really. So anywhere you go, it'll instantly connect to any Wi-Fi that's in the area. So you will always have Wi-Fi no matter what. So I could walk into like a store in South Korea, whatever, and it'll connect to the Wi-Fi. If it's under the same providers that are within that system, it'll connect to it.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I can literally always be anywhere, and I don't pay international or roaming or any of that stuff. It's just automatically connects to everything.
Would have helped you 2 years ago when you were working for Flex.
Yeah, that would have been great. But I got that down to a science. I got to the point where I got that down to a science. The second we walked into a room, you look for it, say, hey, what's your Wi-Fi? Done. Once you start learning how to say, what's your Wi-Fi in like Korean or whatever.
And it's like, Wi-Fi.
I just say Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi?
It's like, here you go. Like, okay, cool, thanks. So,
sci-fi?
And oh, did I tell you about the Santa gift exchange that we did with my friends?
No, you told me about the one you did at work. That was
right. So my buddies and I do a Santa gift exchange every year.
Is that where you got this butt plug of doom?
No,
if you can look at this on YouTube, guys, Alex brought in the butt plug of doom.
It's a black crystal that someone gave to my mom because
they gave your mom a butt plug. That's weird.
I know, right? And look, whatever my mom does, that's her business.
By the way, real quick segue. They're making a
butt plug?
No, they're making.
You getting that butt plug newsletter that you're hyped up about?
No, they're making a Dark Crystal 2. By the way,
I won't even watch one.
You
I cannot watch it.
Why?
That movie creeps me the fuck out.
Because of the puppets?
No, it's not even the puppets. It's the way that the puppets look. That movie and Labyrinth, can't fucking do it. I can't do it.
The Skeksis were awesome in that.
It like just now I'm getting like skeeved out by it. Like it creeps me the fuck out. Like you could put whatever. You could put Faces of Death. You could put Chucky. You can give me Chucky while I'm on mushrooms watching or listening to Clockwork Orange at the same time for all I care. No problem. Seeing just like a commercial for Dark Crystal or Labyrinth, I'm out. I'll just walk out of the fucking room. It creeps me the fuck out. I have no clue why. I literally cannot watch it.
That is called a phobia.
But that's the thing. Like
it's an irrational fear.
But it's not even like I don't care about puppets.
No, I know. It's an irrational fear, though,
right.
Of something. That's the definition of a phobia. It's an irrational fear.
I knew this kid, Manny, from like 10, 15 years ago, who was afraid of puppets. His phobia was legitimate. Any form of puppet. It did not matter. So what did I do? I turned on World Police, what you would call it. Oh my gosh.
Team America.
Team America World Police. I turned it on the TV. We invited him into the room and I locked him into the room, but he couldn't get to like the fucking TV. He was so petrified. He was just bashing on the door to get out of the room. He didn't even think about shutting off the TV. That's how petrified he was of fucking like marionettes and like puppets.
By the way, that's got the greatest speech of all time in it, that movie.
About the dicks and butts and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
the greatest speech of all time.
So anyway, back to the story. So we do a gift exchange, right? Every year. So it's a secret, what is it, like Secret Santa, Secret Elf, whatever bullshit. We get names picked randomly. So this year, my friend Halpert got me. And Halpert lives up in Boston now. So he'll come down periodically, but he got me. He moved up to Boston to go work for a wheelchair company. What the hell is it called? I probably won't say the name because it gets bad. Anyway, so he sends my gift to my friend Will to give to me when we go all do like a brunch. So I get a box. I open this box and out comes a handicap sticker. So we're all laughing. I'm thinking, oh shit, this kid just gave me a wheelchair because he works for that wheelchair company. Now these wheelchairs are for like off-roading, for like the athletic people, the ones that want to go like hiking and all that stuff.
Wait,
it's a cool design.
Athletic?
Yeah. No, these guys do like Spartan races.
Outdoorsman.
No, but they do like Spartan races and stuff like that. They do everything with these things. So I'm like, oh,
not
shit.
saying that people in wheelchairs can't be athletic. It's just the way it was worded.
Right.
Athletic people in wheelchairs.
So I'm thinking, oh shit, I just got a free fucking wheelchair. I'm wasted, having a blast, and then I realize, oh, it's a fucking joke. I'm like, you fucking dick. And he's like, oh, your present's actually gonna come when I come down on Thursday. He's like, okay, so I fucking got nothing today. Fine, whatever. So come Thursday night, we all have dinner over at my friend Justin's house, and he comes in, we're all drinking, catching up, playing drinking games. It's like, all right, time for the gift exchange, because a couple other people need to get their gifts. He disappears. We're like, where the fuck did Mike go? And then out of nowhere from the backyard, he comes out in the wheelchair. So like it's, instead of like pushing the wheels, it's got two handlebars and you pump it. I was like, oh my God, I really got a fucking wheelchair for Christmas. Not that I really want a wheelchair, I'm not trying to poke fun of it, but it was kind of funny. I was like, oh, fucking perfect. So he's like, yeah, go for it. And then we're riding this wheelchair around, people are falling. This asshole goes, it's yours for as long as you want it, but once you're done, you need to go drop it off at this place for me. I'm like, you piece of shit. You're not giving me this for Christmas. You're just giving me this so I can do your job for you. I was like, no, it's not happening. You're going to go ahead and drop that off. I'm like, thanks for the 35 minutes of fun that we all just had. So what do I get? He gives me a shirt that it's like, you know, the handicap symbol, but it's the wheelchair, and the guy that's on the wheelchair is falling off, and it just says, oh crap. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. A shirt that I can never fucking wear. Appreciate it, buddy.
Without looking like a total prick.
Asshole, right. Because me wanting a wheelchair when I don't need one isn't looking like an asshole enough.
Well, you should have at least taken a picture with the shirt on in the chair.
No, there's a better photo than that, which I can't talk about because it's super incriminating. But yeah, there's better photos than that. So that was my gift exchange. But at least now you got your Christmas present, huh?
Yeah, that's actually the only present I got to open.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Who loves you? Who loves you, baby?
Lee and Brooks got me a rad gift.
What'd they get you?
A box full of Guerrilla Boy shirts to sell.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I didn't get one. Cool, thanks.
I didn't
Appreciate it.
It's still in the box at sold
Temple.
2 already.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's rad. Nice of those people. It's like I feel weird selling them. Is that weird?
Why?
I just feel weird selling them. It's
Is that your brand?
what, Guerrilla Boy?
Yeah.
Well, it's my logo.
Then you're selling it.
Yeah, but it's still like here's my like. Pardon me.
Yeah, we're burping with these beers.
I have a weird thing with this because it's my brand.
Right.
So like it's weird selling something that's for me. Like it's somebody wears my shirt, it's free advertising for me.
Right.
So like I feel weird making people pay to advertise for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's just a weird thing.
I mean, you're looking at it the wrong way. You can look at it as it's your friends supporting what you're trying to do with your jiu-jitsu. So it's like, oh, I have a shirt. Does anybody want my shirt? Like, yeah, we want a shirt. I'll give you $20 for it. Like, why not?
Yeah.
You know. So it's kind of cool. At least you got people that are willing to support you. I'm not gonna pay for it. You kiss my whole ass if you think I'm paying for a shirt. But at least that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta
cool.
see it. You
Yeah,
gotta post the design.
Yeah, I haven't posted a picture of it. I mean, I've taken a picture,
Right.
but
Okay. Total side note. This thing is really fucking good.
yeah, that
It doesn't taste like beer at all.
here's a picture of the shirt showing.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
back.
that's a dope design.
Yeah, that's my logo. It's like if
That's cool.
I wanted my like every jiu-jitsu logo you see out there
Right.
is like
The same thing.
it's all aggressive or it's somebody's fucking initials done into a black belt. Like,
Yeah.
how many people have you seen? Like, it's just terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible. And I wanted oh, here we go. For those at home, there's my logo on the.
Again, I've never gotten one of those. So.
Well,
Yeah.
Brooks had 10 of them made for me. I
that's
have.
cool.
I've given them out
Let me see.
sparingly.
Sparingly, cool. So your friend that you do a podcast with doesn't.
Where
get
are you
going
gonna
to
put it?
I don't know. I'll wipe my ass and then I'll put it on that.
It's
piece
a little.
Of
It's a
toilet
little
paper.
tiny sticker. It's like.
Apes together strong. That's pretty cool. That's fun.
So I don't even know where I was going. Oh, talking about the logos for jiu-jitsu.
Right.
It's like I didn't want that to be because that's not me. I don't
Right.
want an aggressive logo. I don't want there's too much seriousness as is in jiu-jitsu.
I think it's one of those things that it's not like you can't take it serious. Like unless you're someone that's like super duper aggressive, like maybe like Huzamar Paul Harris, like his logo would be like super aggressive or something, you know? But I think for the most part, you kind of can't sit there and say, oh, it's the gentle art, and then you have a super aggressive logo of someone getting their head ripped off or something. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Like I like Guerrilla stuff, like anything Guerrilla, even like I have that tatami Guerrilla one where it's like a screaming face, and
I
that's
think it's
fine.
like a Mirkatsu design or something.
Yeah, which I like,
Yeah.
I also really, but even more is I like the other tatami with the thinking
ape.
The thinking ape.
Yeah.
But I like my stuff to be less, I want my stuff to be
Just pussified. That's cool.
no, I want it to be more like me. That's just I don't
Right, that's what I said.
Pussify. I don't need to I don't need to advertise that I'm a fucking badass. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's like
We're fun
You
here.
don't need to posture.
I don't need to posture. I
Yeah.
don't want to. That's not me. So it's like that's why I love this logo, which Erica helped.
Design.
I basically said, the winking emoji.
Just that, but it was
Get me that with a gorilla face and with the tongue out.
That's funny.
Because if you look at the pictures I take, 9 times out of 10,
What would mine be? Should be like a poop emoji. Would probably be the poop emoji,
poop emoji would be.
right?
But you gotta kind of go with a nickname, and you really don't have a nickname.
You know what I was thinking though with the MacGyver thing? We should design a board game, but it's a Chuck Norris board game.
I had a board. Me and my friends in high school.
1955.
Actually, it was still the 80s. It was like 88, 89.
Cocaine was big back then.
My friend Scott Sinclair, who ended up becoming, I haven't talked to him in years, but he actually was one of the artists for Playboy, and then he became the art designer for what's the one video game with the guy in the deep sea suit and the little girl.
Oh, Biohazard?
Yes.
I
or
got
bio.
Yeah, it's not Biohazard. Bioshock.
Bioshock.
So if you look right there on the shelf,
Yeah, that
I
little
have
girl?
the little girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did the graphics for it.
Well, he didn't do he was the art designer.
Oh, dude, you gotta hook me up with them.
I
So,
don't.
like,
I can't find him.
find them because one of my favorite styles, like art styles, is the old school Art Deco. And that's that whole game. That's one of the biggest reasons why I love that game, because it's an Art Deco style.
He was always a great artist. In one of my yearbooks, he did a scene because I used to skate over at his house all the time. Because I didn't have where I grew up. We didn't have paved roads.
Right.
So I had to go his house was across the canal. Sometimes I would walk around, or other times I would just walk through the canal.
Yeah.
Like a water moccasin, alligator infested canal, and I would walk across it and then we tried to build a bridge out of tires. That didn't work. Anyways, when we were kids, we made up a game. It was a role playing game.
Doctor?
Nope, it was not a role.
Finger in the
Not
butt.
like roll like
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, keep going.
It was called Skate or Die. And we
Like
had
the video game?
no, it was before that.
Yeah, obviously.
But it everything about it was like you rolled dice, and if you made this trick, like it was really cool.
It's like Skate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was
Skate.
it was really, really fucking cool, and I really wish we would have followed through on it because it was an incredible idea, and it was like in the end of the '80s. That was like kind of a small little dip in skateboarding.
Yeah.
But mid '90s it started coming back up, and it hasn't really gone away since then.
I don't know if it's as popular as it was. Like, it definitely comes in waves. I think like the last big surge was when Tony Hawk hit the 900. But it hasn't been like a big wave into the main.
What about Rob Dyrdek and like the whole Rob Dyrdek thing in the mid 2000s with
that's
that
what
was
I'm saying.
huge.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that was like the last time that
Tony
it was
Hawk hit the
really
900 in like 2000, 2001.
No,
Yes.
it was way after that.
No, it was not.
For sure.
Shall we look it up on the
Google
old
it.
Instagram?
Google that bitch. Oh man, I'm loving this chair.
On your hiney?
No, it's just because it leans back.
Lean back. Lean back.
Oh, yeah, this book too that I wanted to put up here. The Art of Japanese Swordsmanship. It shows you how to commit suicide Japanese style too.
Seppuku?
Yeah. What's this? Receipt for whatever. So while we have this segue here, I think we should read this. It's pretty cool. The Art of Japanese Swordsmanship. A manual of a Shinryu Iaido. It's actually a pretty good book. So did you find it?
In 2 seconds.
You know you could do Siri, right? It's a lot faster.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk. Oh, read it and weep, sucker.
So one of the most successful vertical pro skateboarders in the world landed the 900 at the 1999 X Games after 10 failed attempts. He never did the 1080, right? Did he do it?
I don't think anybody's ever done a 1080.
He did the 900 and then he landed in the water, right?
No.
But then when he went back, he jumped into the water.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure.
But I knew it was 2000.
Yeah.
Like, I knew he hit it. That was...
Yeah, because that's when they launched Tony Hawk 2 or something like that, and it was a big part of it.
I don't know. I want to get PS4 just so I can download 3 games.
What's that?
I want original... Oh, well, actually 4 games. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. There was a first-person shooter game that I loved called 13.
Oh, I have that for the computer. I love that game.
It's like a
It's a comic book style.
well, not but what was that? A Scanner Darkly.
Yeah.
Where it was filmed, but
Yeah.
they animated over the
Yeah,
film.
not that many people know about that. And
I
it was a
love
comic
that game
book too.
Yeah, and then the other one was Stunt Driver.
Fuck that game. Fuck that game. Fuck that game so hard. You know how many, like, I broke 2 controllers because of that fucking game.
I love that game. Remember remember when you were in like Thailand and you're driving the tuk-tuk?
Yeah. No, because it's supposed to recreate like different movies.
Yeah, different movies.
So they did one for like Indiana Jones, but they obviously can't say Indiana Jones. And then they did another one that was for
the one that that I could never fucking land was landing the car on top of the train.
That was from, what movie is that from?
I don't know, but I might have done it once.
Yeah, that game was insanely hard because everything said like super elastic, like overtake that car, and it's like, oh, you fucked up. We got to do the whole thing over again.
Yeah, I love that game. That game. So if I can get those 4 games,
I have all those games still, but I have 13 only came out for PC. It didn't come out for PlayStation.
I had it for PlayStation.
I don't remember it coming out for PlayStation.
No, I had it. That's like the. And I finished that game.
Pretty sure I still have Tony Hawk.
Because remember you had the crossbow at one point. It was like.
Yeah.
And like the game starts where you're like waking up.
Yeah. No, you don't know like where you are and you're trying to figure out what's going on. No, I love that game. I was actually playing it like a couple of months ago. I actually on the YouTube channel. I started my own Twitch channel, and that was the first game that I played. Was that? No, I love that fucking game. That game is great. It was touted as like one of the best games of that year, and then it just disappeared because it was very niche. There wasn't. It was a distinct storyline,
but it was
you couldn't expand on it.
Right, but it was like, what would they have done? Come out with 14?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like 13 part 2. But I love that game. I love first person shooters.
It's almost like it's a mixture of a Scanner Darkly and GoldenEye. The old GoldenEye game.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you mix it with an actual storyline.
Yeah. All right, so let's get this. So, are we taking a shot?
Taking a shot. Oh, shit.
Hear that?
All right, guys, for those at home,
we're going to
which is all of you, because none of you are fucking here.
So we start a new game now because where we are, as you can hear, there's planes, and I don't have any more beer. So anytime you hear a plane in the background, we got to take a drink.
Got to take a drink.
So I guess I got to start bringing alcohol in here.
We should do warm Fireball because that's terrible.
I will not touch Fireball. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, so how about we actually get into some jiu-jitsu news because there's a lot of shit that went down, huh? How about we start off with the big news that we missed out from Nogi Worlds. So if you're hiding under a rock and you haven't been paying attention to jiu-jitsu news, at Nogi Worlds 2018 there was an assault between Ralph Gracie and Flavio Almeida of Gracie Barra, one of the heads of Gracie Barra. And
that's assault, brother.
Allegedly, which is not really
allegedly. There's video of it. There's
video of it now. If you go to JiuJitsu Radio on Instagram, you'll see the video. Ralph Gracie came up to Flavio Almeida at Nogi Worlds and basically hit him with it looked like a forearm, but basically he hit him with the forearm.
I heard it was an elbow.
Same thing. He punched him in the he forearmed him in the face while they were sitting there talking, and then as he was going down, started punching him like directly, knocked out 3 of Flavio's teeth, and then proceeded to flee the country. That's the part that they didn't tell you. Ralph Gracie fled the country. And
where did he go?
I don't know. That I don't know. I'm assuming Brazil, because there's no extradition between
Ralph Gracie's been having a rough year.
So the whole idea is that supposedly Ralph was upset at Gracie Barra and Flavio for opening up a school in what he deemed as his territory in the Bay Area, and this is the same school that Kurt Osiander left and started up his own. Was it Empire Jiu-Jitsu in California?
Which our friend Colin's supposed to be going to.
Oh, nice.
He's out there right now.
Good for you, Colin. So anyway, Ralph went ahead and decided to assault Flavio because he thinks it's 1990 in Brazil and that you can still do that shit. And then fled the country. So now what happened is the video, someone, I think it was Dan Lukehart, found the video. Somebody else posted it, and Dan Lukehart retweeted it, reposted it, and then you can also find it on our Instagram at JiuJitsu Radio. You can see it for yourself. It was kind of on the background of one of the Flow grappling streams, so it definitely took a little while to find it. So here's what happened.
By the way, whoever did the research for that, good work.
Yeah, congratulations. That's definitely putting in the effort. One of the, let's see what I got here. So this is, I'm reading from an article at JiuJitsuTimes.com. What do we got here? A member of Gracie's legal team has spoken about the incident on Gracie's behalf. James Cook, who also has experience in martial arts, according to BJJ Heroes, contacted BJJ Heroes with a statement regarding the altercation. I believe that this James Cook guy is actually representing Ralph Gracie, and this is his statement. I reviewed the video and I had an opportunity to discuss the incident with Ralph Gracie. Ralph would like to tell his side of the story about events leading up to the altercation. However, I strongly advised him to say nothing. Smart. I cannot disclose too many details about Ralph's side of the story given attorney-client considerations. However, I can say that the video does not capture the full spectrum of words and actions leading up to the incident. To view the video within the full context, it is easy to conclude that altercation should be characterized as mutual combat. It's worth noting that the incident took place at a combat sporting event. Emotions often run high and disputes materialize off the mats. Regardless, Flavio Almeida and Ralph Gracie are icons of our sport. Because of this, I believe that any further dispute can and should be resolved quickly and without court intervention. First of all, fuck you, guy, because that's a total lawyer statement.
Yeah, and that's him trying to...
Hey, Shawn, we got heated at a tournament. Let me go ahead and
let's act like fucking barbarians.
It's so stupid. It's such a scumbag.
And what's funny is in a time when honor in the sport is being talked about due to the whole Cyborg
Connor,
Gordon Ryan,
no, the other bullshit
thing. I'm talking jiu-jitsu. I'm not talking MMA. MMA is something totally different. But when we're talking about honor and all that good stuff, it's weird, or it's I don't want to say weird isn't the right word, but it's a little ironic that the hypocritical maybe, that the people talking most about honor in the sport are some of the people.
Well, that's what I think is funny.
Who are,
don't forget,
dishonoring themselves and the sport by becoming violent.
Ralph basically kicked Kurt out from his academy because he said, I don't want to have cursing and drugs and all this stuff related to my school.
I heard something different.
What'd you hear?
What I heard was Ralph brought in a Brazilian to start, a friend from Brazil,
right,
to start teaching. And they had one instructor too many, and so he got rid of...
Kurt.
No. Oh. There was another guy that was teaching. And it was basically one of Kurt's guys from the beginning.
Right.
And as a kind of show of bromanship and... Solidarity, Kurt left. And it was spun into Kurt got fired. But he didn't get fired. It was, from the story I've heard, is he left,
right,
and then Ralph, to kind of save face, said that
this is why.
This is why I
Either way, it's still a dick move, no matter which angle you look at it. Because I mean, let's be honest, Kurt was one of the biggest faces of Ralph's school. Outside of Ralph, the next big name was Kurt. And
I would even
say bigger.
I would say that Kurt's name was bigger in the jiu-jitsu community than Ralph.
Yeah.
Even though Ralph is a Gracie.
Yeah, but Ralph hasn't done anything in the spotlight really in a long time. So, either way, it's a dick move, and it's definitely funny that he would sit there and say, oh, well, I don't want any more negativity and drugs and cursing in my school. So what does he do? He goes and he assaults Flavio, who Flavio didn't do anything. If you watch the video, Flavio's sitting there. You can tell they're going back and forth, and Flavio probably was sitting there and just...
But you know what it was, the dispute's about.
Yeah, so that's what I said, is that it's always been considered that the Bay Area is Ralph's territory, which, guess what? It's not fucking Brazil anymore. It's not the mafia. Like, you don't fucking own stuff. And I'll be dead honest. If I was a black belt and I had a school, and I got the possibility of opening up a school in like a good area, like the Bay Area, like that, I had that kind of money, I'll fucking do it. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't give a fuck about you or you or you. I'm opening a school there. Go fuck yourself. Like, who are you?
It's America.
This is business. No, this is strictly
Well,
business.
it's not only, but it is a business. But what I'm saying is, not only is it business, it's America, and in America,
you do whatever the fuck.
do whatever the fuck you want.
Legally abiding.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely bullshit, and it's definitely a kind of mar on the sport. But it's not surprising because Half's been in a lot of legal situations. Excuse me. So whatever. It definitely took away from heat from the whole Gordon Ryan Cyborg situation, and not in a good way. So whatever. And I got a funny story to tell you about that after. I can't talk about it on here, but that's one. And then the next story I got, did you see this? A wrestler, oh shit, it won't let me pull it up. Damn. So this wrestler was in the middle of a competition, and the ref told him that he had to cut his dreadlocks or be disqualified.
Right. And it was the story I heard. I've heard it spun two different ways. It's always interesting to hear both sides of the story. The first way I heard it was, number one, the ref who has a history of bigotry.
Oh yeah, and the ref is like got a history of racism.
That's allegedly.
No, he has a history of racism. So he at another tournament called another ref the N-word, and when someone brought it up to him and said, like, did you say this or not? He's like, I don't remember saying it, but he didn't deny saying it. So he took responsibility. He's like, oh, I don't remember saying the N-word, but it sounds like something I would say, so I'll take responsibility.
The other thing was the ref was late and didn't have a chance to check the wrestler's headgear, because when you have longer hair,
you're supposed to have like a head wrap or something
like that. Right. So because he was late, he didn't have a chance to check it. He was enforcing the rule, which again, it's a stupid ass rule. I'm a firm believer, if it's a stupid fucking rule, then it should be fought. It should be fought.
Yeah. I agree with you, but...
And what heart on this kid?
He took one for the team, got his hair, cut, they trimmed his hair.
Right there, on the mat.
And then he still won in overtime. So he gave his all. So I wish I could pull up the name right now. I'm trying to connect to my own personal hotspot to try and get it connected so I can read everybody. So... shout out to that guy, man, because you did not let this scumbag ref throw off your mojo. More power to you. And then Aljamain Sterling actually reached out to the kid and said, if you want to come train with me, you're more than welcome to. So shout out to Aljamain Sterling, he's probably one of my favorite fighters too, because he's super straightforward, no bullshit kind of guy. And he's definitely very vocal about his opinions. And something like that, I think there's a lot of people who are saying, oh, I would reach out to that guy, I would hook him up, but I don't think that many people actually did, to be honest. Trying to connect still. Hopefully this will work. I'm trying to connect the Wi-Fi through a hotspot.
It's crazy to me that in 2018...
And people are still racist?
No, it's not that. We're always going to have racism.
For sure.
Always. We're always going to have racism, bigotry, all this stuff. That will never go away.
So I'm trying to pull this up.
And to think that it is with education and whatever is a pipe dream. It's not going to go away. It'll never go away. The only thing that'll ever make racism go away is when we have another species, like when an alien species invades.
And then everybody's going to be like, oh, let's do this.
Yeah, and we're human. That's when we'll become humans as opposed to black, white, red.
So the wrestling match, the student is Andrew Johnson from Winter Regional High School. So shout out to Andrew Johnson, man. Sorry you had to deal with that. Fuck that ref. Because that ref is definitely a racist
regardless,
scumbag.
the ref was in the wrong. Whether he was bigoted or he made the kid cut his hair because.
But the kid had been already like wrestling. That's the thing. He
Right.
just like stopped him. So it's like.
Well, no, I don't know. It's not even that. The kid's been wrestling all year. This isn't the
But
beginning of the
hair
season.
grows. So the rule from what I was reading is that like it can't be past your ears, and I guess his dreads were past his ears, and you have to have a
That
certain
is
head wrap.
that's by the way, that's an antiquated fucking rule.
But no, you have to still have it because people end up getting caught. If I went in with my hair now, someone could end up like pulling my hair and stuff in a tournament. So I understand the safety aspect.
That's the risk you run having long hair.
But if no one had said it to you the whole rest of the time, and out of nowhere this guy says, "Hey, cut your hair right now, or you're gonna get disqualified." Most people are gonna be like, "I'm not gonna cut my fucking hair for like this tournament. What the fuck?
Yeah,
like I've been wrestling like this." This kid's like, "No, fucking cut it." So shout out to him, man. All right, next
Stupid
one.
fucking rules. When I worked for Publix at one point, like you could have a mustache and you could have sideburns, but your sideburns couldn't be past your ears.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Publix changed that rule over the years.
Yeah, they want a certain haircut, and a lot of businesses do that. They don't want to have a. You got to have a certain haircut. It can't like touch your collar. It can't do certain
and
things.
I can understand. I can understand while working for a grocery store, them wanting everybody looking like
clean cut
because these people are around your food.
Well, I mean, if you walk into Trader Joe's, some of the people are like, I'd rather you don't touch my food, thanks.
Right. But how come women can have that long hair?
That's just a gender stereotype.
Yeah, that's wrong. If women can have long hair,
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Men can have long hair.
I'm just saying, I definitely want my people that handle my food to at least look like they're hygienic people, because regardless if you have tattoos, piercing, I don't give a shit. You express yourself, no problem. All I care about is just be a clean person.
What people need,
I would never have you touch my food, like ever.
You shouldn't.
I really don't.
What people should do, honestly, is these rules, these antiquated rules that were created in the 50s and 60s or whatever. Every
long hair need not apply.
Yeah, people need. I think rules should be revisited and reevaluated every year.
Right.
Like as much as we bag on the IBJJF for not allowing reaping and leg shit in their competitions, at least they're constantly reviewing their rules and changing some things.
I'm not busting their balls as much about the rules as I am the fact that they don't pay their top level athletes. Like, they need to be paying people the right amount of money. Like, there needs to be an actual prize to go and be a world's champion. That's just what it is.
Well, I think they do get paid.
Now they do.
Yeah, but it's something minuscule.
Yeah.
I want to say $2,500 or something like that.
Like $1,000.
But yet.
So, with their whole raising of fees and forcing everyone to be a member now, there's absolutely no reason why they shouldn't be having prize money for tournaments like Worlds and Pan Ams. Absolutely not.
No, I agree. There should be some kind of prize money.
Let's get into the real nitty-gritty of the shit that's going down right now. So this week has been a little bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? Catastrophic? Not really. Just, what's another word for turmoil? Something turmoilish. Chaotic. That's the word. Chaotic for the UFC and MMA. You know what's going on.
I know what's going on.
So for people that haven't been paying attention,
it's called bullshit.
So the UFC has UFC 232 pay-per-view card going on this Saturday that was supposed to happen in Las Vegas, but your boy Jon Jones.
Why are you saying your boy?
Because you were defending him. We had that conversation last time.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
what did I defend?
Don't worry about it. So Jon Jones was told that he should take the VADA test instead of like
WADA.
the USADA. VADA.
WADA.
No.
WADA.
No. VADA.
World Athletic.
VADA is the organization that they suggested he take the test with. VADA, Voluntary Anti-Doping Association. So USADA told Jon Jones that he should take the VADA test just as a precautionary. Again, The thing is, VADA does not get paid by the UFC. USADA and WADA does. So VADA would have been independent test. So between the time in 2017 and now, every time that they tested Jon Jones, he came back clean. They say they tested him like 100 times. Literally, it says like 100 times. 100% clean. The very last test that he took, he popped up. And then they told him to go take the VADA testing. He opted out. So people are like, why the fuck are you opting out? So wouldn't you know it, all of a sudden he opts out of testing after 100 tests, a week before the fight, 2 weeks before the fight, and now he pops for Turinabol. The same thing that he popped last year. Now, mind you, the bullshit part is that Jeff Nowitzki, the fucking scumbag that he is, he's such a tool. He's so balls deep on Dana White and the UFC that they wanted to make the excuse. It's like, oh, it's leftovers from last year. He just had I think they called it like a pulse. It was left over in his system from last year. He'll be fine to compete. And the Nevada State Athletic Commission is like, no, he popped. Like, we're not going to license him. So instead of having him be officially popped and go on the record for it, they're like, we're going to move the whole fight card. So fighters were already on their way, were literally on their way to Las Vegas with their family. Hotels were booked, travel arrangements made, weight cuts had begun. All going to Las Vegas, and some fighters literally on the way to Vegas were told, hey, we're moving everything to LA, so figure your shit out. Like, we're gonna get your tickets and your hotels, but everything else doesn't really matter. It's already too late to change flights. People already got their hotels. You're not gonna be able to cancel the hotel. You're not gonna be able to find a hotel New Year's Eve weekend in fucking LA. That ain't gonna fucking happen. So it screwed over a lot of people. It pissed a lot of people off. Not to mention that a lot of people are saying, okay, so he's cheating. He obviously tested positive, and the UFC is still supporting the guy.
And the even more is now, and what's her name?
Cyborg?
No, the other one. Amanda Nunes said, well, wasn't looking forward to paying 30% taxes to the California this time of year, but guess I don't really have a choice. Because that's, when you fight in California, you fight in New York,
you got to pay hefty taxes.
You got to pay hefty taxes to that state. Wherever that money is earned, you have to pay. So now these fighters got to pay an extra 30%.
Which technically, the UFC is not going to, but the UFC should cover their ass on that, because that's not fair to these fighters. Like, and I made a post on our Instagram saying that honestly, if this has all been a money thing. This has all been
it's
a
about
money
the pay-per-view.
It's about the pay-per-view.
And here's the thing. People are like, oh, we should boycott the pay-per-view. But here's what's going to happen. I think this is the greatest thing for the pay-per-view. I think more people are going to watch this pay-per-view because now they really want to see him get his ass kicked.
But it's not going to happen, though. It's not fair to the fighters that stay clean, bust their ass, do everything right.
It's not fair to anybody.
It's not fair to anybody.
It's not fair to anybody. Nobody should be...
It's not fair for the people that do everything they do. They're company men and women. Jon Jones doesn't give a fuck about the UFC. He's getting paid. They're changing everything. They're saying, if you get busted, you're done. 2 years. 2 years of your paycheck goes out the fucking window, right? But if I'm Jon Jones and I get busted, we're going to move a whole card for you. I'll take the fucking fight card all the way to fucking Timbuktu if I wanted to, as long as I can get away with you doing it. Imagine if it was Brock Lesnar.
Did you hear what Tom Lawler said?
No, what did he say?
Tom Lawler, it was awesome.
Mark Hunt went off.
No, Mark Hunt went off a few times. He hates.
And DC, so now here's the thing. So DC sat there and posted, oh, he tested positive again, or he popped again. And then it started this whole back and forth between Jon Jones and DC that brought people's wives into it. So that's even more fucked up. Like, You can talk shit all you want, but you don't bring a man's wife and a man's kids into the whole thing. You could talk shit about the camp, you could talk shit about anybody, but not a man's wife.
Tom Lawler said, 17 picograms of Osterine got me 2 years.
Yeah. He got 2 years for that. And he got nothing. Why? Because Jeff Novinsky is literally on his hands and knees in front of Dana White, and he's getting paid off. And let me see. I'll read you the post made by the lawyer because I know I had it up here. It was a super just such full of shit comment that he made. And mind you, I'm pulling all this from MMAfighting.com, so shout out to them. Let me see. Where is it? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up on our Instagram because it's on there for sure. I posted it on there.
Well, this is a great Corey Anderson.
Yeah, Corey Anderson was one of the people that found out while he was on the.
Did you read what he said?
Yeah, you can read it.
Okay, this is awesome. This is coming from Corey Anderson. He said, "If we all said no, we won't travel again, would they just take Jones off the card and keep it in Vegas, or book 11 new fights, continue to move to LA, and keep the main event the same? A lot of money has been spent in travel fees for my family to be in Vegas for this fight. I'm not even mad, just disappointed in the company I bust my ass for every day. Make sure my piss and blood is clean every day, and represent myself like a professional every day for. Just so clowns who sell a lot of tickets and make a lot of money could fuck up every day and still get a pat on the back and told, don't worry, it's not your fault, because at the end of the day, they sell. I'm also currently on my 5-hour flight to Vegas with my wife, who is 7 months pregnant, on the board of not being able to travel, and spent an hour and a half walking through Newark, shit show of an airport. Now we have to land, get our shit, figure out what's next, load up, and hustle through the airport and travel again. The law says drive sober or get pulled over. The UFC should be piss clean or hit the streets, even if you're making loads of money. But again, I'm not pissed, just highly disappointed."
He gave you the super dad answer, I'm not even mad.
I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's oh, that hurts.
But it's so true. It's
100% is true.
It's bullshit to do this.
No, it's super disrespectful to the fighters.
And here's the thing. I don't think Dana really wanted to do it.
Oh, for sure he did.
Well, I don't know. Did you look at the? Did you watch the announcement?
Behind the scenes?
No, the announcement. The announcement. He looked exasperated.
Well, he's exhausted. Well, you got to remember, Fight Week is the worst one for the promoter, and then he's got to deal with a million other fucking things. So now he's taking months of pre-planning for a fight card and agreements he has to make and things he has to sign, all done in literally a span of 3 or 4 days.
But here's the thing: even though Dana's still a major part of the company, he has to answer to
WMG.
Yeah.
No, I think they still look at him. They're like, "Hey, listen, you tell us what to do." They have the money and they make the final calls on everything. But they're like, that's why I said it's the pay-per-view with you, because they already had to push the February card back because of stuff that's going on there. They had other issues over this past year about the pay-per-view not selling enough and this, that, and the other. So for them to cancel a pay-per-view last minute of the year, remember, when you sign that pay-per-view contract, you make an agreement as to how many times a year you're going to do it.
Right.
So there was no way out. So for this is really, it's fucking a lot of people over, and it's a lot of pissed off people, but it's literally, there is no way out. They have to make it work. So they couldn't do it anywhere else. They're not going to do it in New York. They're not going to do it anywhere else. Where it's the closest state that we know that we could sell tickets, it's going to be LA.
Well, what is it? Is it a 4-hour drive or 6 hours?
I think it's 4 to 6 hours, something like that.
I mean, yeah, the bottom line, if you really wanted to. But here's... UFC is becoming a fucking shit show. And they could get rid of this, to me. Here's how you get rid of this. If you're going to have rankings, follow the rankings.
It's not going to happen.
Wait. Let me just hear me out. Follow the rankings. Whenever you have a main event fight for, whatever your main event is, have the next 2 guys in line ready to go.
Can't.
They do it all the time.
No,
tomorrow
they
had to have.
That was the first time. That was the first time that they did that, to have one backup fighter. That's just you can't do that.
Yeah, but they're doing it now. They're doing it more often.
I don't know if they're gonna keep on doing that though.
But the question is, who could they have gotten to fight Jon Jones?
No, Jon Jones,
Alexander.
Alex.
Who could they have gotten? Alex.
They would have to either pay a shit ton of money to DC, get Vulcan, which I don't think Vulcan.
DC can't lose that weight. He can't lose.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
he's 250.
It would have to be like some weird catch weight. You're not gonna get anybody else in that division and that close of a time. It's just because those guys aren't at 205. It takes them a couple of weeks to hit down to 205. It's just the way that it is. I'll read you this statement from the other scumbag, Andy Foster, who's the executive officer for the California State Athletic Commission. He said, "We've got a statement from from 3 different scientists, from the lab director saying there's no evidence of any new ingestion. This isn't a new thing. This is what he's been punished for already. He's already served his time on this." So again, they're saying that what he popped for was something that was still in his system. First of all, there's no way for them to sit there and say, "Oh, this is no, this was in your system." Like, if it's in your system, it's your fucking system. They're not going to carbon date something that's in your system.
Well, the question is how the fuck do you know?
Well, that's not even that. You got to look at it this way. Okay, it's the exact same thing he popped for. And does it not fucking hit anybody's mind that it's at the exact same time that he popped for last time?
And then the other thing
is microdosing with this stuff. That's all it is that he's microdosing.
Yeah, the other thing is, I don't know anything that would stay in your system for close to 2 years.
I mean, depending on how much you use, some stuff will stay on there. You can't tell me someone who's as fit as he is, who's as lean as he is, they're saying, "Oh, it stayed in your fat pockets." It's like, I'm trying to find out. I'm reaching out to a bunch of people that are like legitimate doctors and scientists that know about this stuff to try and get an actual answer. So once I get an answer, I'll let you know. But it's a bullshit cover up. The fact is that the guy's microdosing on it. It's just all that it is. And people can say, "Oh, well, microdosing doesn't work on this stuff." It doesn't matter. Like, you're still going to sit there and microdose consistently. But you're still going to get some kind of extra result.
And anybody that says microdosing doesn't work, it may not work physically, but it gives you that edge mentally sometimes.
I guess.
And if you feel like, because everything's got that placebo effect.
Well, it doesn't matter, because that's what baseball players were doing, but they were doing it with like gummy bears. So what they would do is like they would literally eat them during the game. So when they go to take a drug test, I forget how it is, you're supposed to give...
You can't even drink coffee if you play baseball.
No. This is what they were doing. So they were doing it with gummy bears, but it was such a minute trace amount in the gummy bears. So if you ever taken a drug test, what they tell you is you're supposed to like pee first, like let that first initial stream out, and then put the rest into the cup. So what they would do is just do the initial stream. I don't know how it works. Maybe like the sediments that are left over in the urine itself don't come out as much in that first one. It's like, I guess they're like sitting down at the bottom of your bladder, whatever way you want to fucking look at it. I'm not the doctor, but that's what they were doing. So you could sit there and you could microdose, you could do whatever. As long as you give that initial stream, you're not going to pop. Like, they literally did it. That's how they would get away with it. Because then they would still get tested like, "Oh, there's nothing." Because they just gave the first, and then the extra, they would just end up like shooting out into the toilet. So I
don't believe it's I can't believe this one thing would stay in his, because he would have had to do so much of that, which he didn't get popped for a lot.
Think about it this way, just fucking deductive reasoning. How many fighters do you know that back in the day would sit there and take tons of shit, and then when they come and do the drug test, they come clean? So why would the people that are literally taking it fresh, how can they clean out their system with all their fat pockets? No, the guy is microdosing on this stuff. It's in his system for a fucking reason. He probably took a test, was like, "Oh, okay, well, now I'm clean. They're not going to test me at least for another couple of days, and then I'm good." You know who they did that to was like Vitor. So I when we were still training at Jocko, I remember, I forget who he was fighting. I think he was going to fight like Luke Rockhold. But I remember every day I came into the gym, every day they were there testing him. They tested him like 3 or 4 days in a row. Because they thought like, oh, you thought you're gonna catch us slipping or whatever. Nope, we're gonna come back tomorrow and get you again. We're gonna catch you again, like trying to catch him off guard kind of thing. No, it's stupid. It's really, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist. They're gonna throw science at you because most people don't know about this stuff unless you're really, really into steroids but the science behind it.
Well, and now
you're
there's
gonna believe
designer
anything.
steroids that they can create that have aren't traceable.
Everything is traceable.
Well, it's traceable, but
they have to
eventually.
You have to just be ahead of the game. That's all. You have to be ahead of the cops.
Here's my thing. I say let them all fucking juice. Let them all fucking juice because dude, best time ever in baseball was when everybody was juicing and fucking hitting dingers left and right. I even paid attention to baseball, and I hate baseball. But when Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, and
Ken Griffey Jr. didn't juice.
Yeah, but he wasn't in that home run race. It was who? It was
Yeah,
Barry
he did.
Bonds. It was Barry Bonds,
Sammy Sosa,
and Mark McGwire. That was
But it was really Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire at one point, and then Barry Bonds was just kind of on his own after.
Yeah, that was so fun. Fucking let them juice. Just say, you know what? Because who cares? At the end of the day, oh, we care about the fighter safety. No, you fucking don't, because you let them cut fucking 40 pounds before a fight. If you cared about the fighter safety, you wouldn't have them cut weight.
They're still getting punched in the face.
Yeah, fucking let them juice. Who gives a shit? Let them all juice.
I mean, I think it's one of those two things. They should have two separate leagues. It should be like the juicer league and then the regular league. I think that would be better because then people are like, okay, you're the greatest in the juice league. Why don't you stop juicing and see how good you are without all the extra help?
Well, we saw that with Vitor.
I mean,
do you remember what Vitor's body looked like?
I remember when it like come in. I told you, like he was
sliced.
rocking.
He looked like he was carved of granite.
That dude was just a beast all on his own. I mean, he's got.
But at this, no, and here's the other thing though. Here's what people don't know, but we watched it. We got to see it when he was there. Vitor worked harder than anybody. He was there
regardless
longer.
Of the extra help.
Regardless of the extra help, he was in the gym early and he left the gym late, and he was always
and he would still be there
working.
2 or 3 a day, and then he'd go and do strength and conditioning, and then come back and train at night.
He was
he put in the fucking
animal.
work. No, he put in the work,
and the juice probably helped him do that because it helped him recover
for sure.
And but he, I wouldn't say his success was owed to the juice. I think it was a combination. I think the juice helped him train more, but he had the fucking mental toughness to just keep going and keep training. Like that dude, like and he was twice as old as some of the fighters on the team, and he worked triple the amount. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
He had a mental fortitude that most people won't, and it's understandably so because of the things that he went through in his life. Sure. I mean, having your sister literally set on fire is not like, and people never finding her body or anything like that's not something easy to deal with. So, hey, look, man, it is what it is. But who knows? I think this is kind of a dick move. Do I want Alex to win? Absolutely. Do I think he can win? Not even fucking close.
I think he can.
I don't think so.
I think Alex is a lot more dangerous than you give him credit for.
I think he is dangerous. I don't think he's dangerous to Jon.
I think he's improved so much.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, his hands have improved greatly since that last Jon Jones fight.
Not according to Anthony Rumble Johnson.
What are you talking about? That was
when AJ knocked him out into fucking oblivion and then ground and pounded him.
Yeah, look, that would anytime Rumble gets a shot on you, that's going to happen. Jon Jones doesn't have the kind of power that Rumble has.
I mean,
AJ
didn't knock out DC.
Yes,
Jon did. He rocked him, but he didn't knock him out.
He didn't.
Jon knocked him out with a nice swift kick to the dome.
Well, that's totally something different. I'm talking punches. I wasn't talking like.
A hit is a hit.
I get that, but what I'm saying is he doesn't. When I say knockout, anybody's got knockout power when they throw a leg at your head. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is punching power. Rumble. Who would you rather get punched in the head from, Rumble or Jon Jones?
Am I allowed to roll with the punch?
Doesn't matter. You do whatever you want.
I would probably say No, neither one. I think...
No, you have to pick one. One of them's going to punch you in the head. Who's your choice?
I'll probably do John.
Yeah.
He's skinnier.
Exactly. He doesn't have the power.
I don't know. I agree with that. I mean,
Jones,
either way,
he doesn't have the power that
either
Rumble
way,
has.
both of them are going to knock me out.
That's not true. That's not
You don't
always
think
true.
Jon Jones could knock you out with one punch?
Well, anybody can knock you out with one punch.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, in a scrap, who's got a better chance? Like, if you're ready and you're fighting,
Right.
who's got a better chance to knock you out with one shot?
If you're talking about me,
Anybody.
Rumble.
Rumble. And it's hands down. It's not even a contest.
I don't know.
Dude,
but
when,
I
do you
can't
remember,
wait. I can't wait.
Do you
to
remember
see him
when
come back to
Rumble landed that overhand shot on DC?
that. Yeah.
I think DC got knocked the fuck out, and when he hit the ground, it woke him
back up.
right the fuck up.
Probably.
He went down like a ton of fucking bricks.
Yeah.
And that shot sounded like a fucking...
Yeah, but
I here's the thing. Rumble, there's a few people I wouldn't want to get hit with. Rumble's one of them. The other one, who in the gym hit harder than him?
then Rumble
Yes. See if you can remember.
harder than Rumble.
Yep.
It's not Rashad.
Nope.
Vulcan hit pretty hard.
Nope.
Otherwise, it's got to be Vitor.
Nope.
Oh.
Tyrone.
Oh yeah, Tyrone. Yeah,
Tyrone Spong.
Tyrone hit harder than AJ did.
Yeah, on the power thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Dude, I remember watching Tyrone hit shit, and I was like... No.
I'll say it to this day.
No.
I don't know how Henry Hooft can even fucking move his arms. Because he's been hit by the hardest hitters in the fucking game for years. Overeem, Tyrone Spong, Rumble, Vulcan, and he holds pads for everybody consecutively.
Yeah, but you know what the
hours
thing
on
is
end.
though, is you don't develop your power on the pads. If you're hitting the pads with 100% power, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're doing it wrong. The pads are where you
But it
develop
doesn't
the
matter. I'm
technique.
not talking about the power. It's the fact that he's still got to hold it, and he's got to go with that.
Yeah,
So
no,
he's
I
got-
I get that.
There's got to be maybe like only a handful of other people in this planet that can hold pads and handle that kind of power. Because I don't think that many people can.
I want to know why Tyrone can't get a fucking major fucking fight in...
Because he wants to do boxing now.
No, and that's what I'm saying. And he's been doing boxing.
Because he's building up his record. No one's going to want to fight him at 8-0 when everybody else is like 20-0. And no one's going to want to fight him like Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury and all these people aren't going to want to fight.
Oh, I'm sure they would. I bet you Tyson would.
No. I don't think so. And his name
'Cause
doesn't carry the weight. His name doesn't carry the weight in boxing. It
Right.
does in kickboxing and it does in MMA,
But Tyrone's been put on his ass a lot.
yeah.
So, like... And I saw him get dropped in boxing, too. On his butt.
Yeah, that one match where he got up 2 seconds later. and knocked
Yeah. No, he got up and knocked the dude out. Like, I'm not taking anything away from him, but like seeing that as another fighter, I'd be like, oh, I got a chance.
Everybody's got a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one.
I was discussing this the other night. Everyone says, whenever you hear someone say, "Oh, that was a lucky punch," "Oh, that was a lucky punch," I don't believe there's a such thing as a lucky punch.
I think spinning back fists can be a lucky punch.
No, it's not lucky. They're aiming. They're trying to hit you in the face, and they're succeeded.
Some people are just chucking arms.
Yeah, but their goal
Is to aim for it.
is to punch you in the fucking face. Regardless of how that happens, and they connect, they are doing exactly what they intended to do with the motion. That's not luck. Luck would be like if I punched you and then you got up and fell backwards and smacked your head against the back of the cage and that knocks you loopy. That's luck.
No, that's not luck. That's an unfortunate slip.
But that's luck. But it would be lucky for me if it knocked you so loopy I was able to come in and just... You know what I'm saying? It's like there's no such thing as a lucky punch.
That's not true because if you could sit there, if you're sitting there and you're swinging at someone and you got them rocked, and they're just all over the place, and they're just flailing their arms, and one of them happens to hit you, that's a lucky punch. You weren't aiming, you were just throwing your arms.
But their goal was to punch you in the fucking face.
Right, but
so that's not luck.
No, that's still luck, because I could sit there and throw at your face. It doesn't mean I'm gonna hit. Maybe one time you're sitting there and you're slipping, and you slip the wrong way.
But it's not even that. You can't say it's not luck, because what it is if
you're saying
that
that it's not luck.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I knock you loopy, and I start coming in, and I just start throwing bombs,
and I just chuck one at you.
Yeah, but what if I'm throwing bombs at you is because I think you're loopy? What am I not thinking about? Technique or
a counter
defense. I'm like, oh, this guy's fucking going down right now. I got him fucking dancing on fucking ice skates. I just start fucking coming in, winging, and not worrying about coming back and covering.
Let me ask you a question. Boom. Are you a professional boxer?
Nope.
Have you ever heard a professional boxer refer to something as a lucky punch?
Yeah, somebody.
Then I'll take their fucking word.
No,
for
you
it.
know who says it's a lucky punch?
Roy Jones.
The guys that get knocked out.
No.
Yes.
No.
Have you ever heard a professional boxer say, "Oh, I got lucky on that punch"?
Yeah.
No.
All right, I'll find it for you. I'll show you.
You're just guessing on that one.
No, 100%.
No one's ever said that. No boxer has ever said they were lucky with the punch that landed and knocked somebody out.
All right, I'll find it. I'll find the interviews and I'll post it. And I'll
do that.
Because 100%, you can't tell me a professional boxer will sit there and say it's a lucky punch. He's wrong. He doesn't know. It's like being a.
No, they say it after they got knocked out.
That's a couch keyboard warrior.
Or they say it when they're trying to get a fight with somebody.
But they still say it.
They say it, but it's not. There's no such thing as. It's not true. There's not a lucky punch. If somebody punches you in the face and it lands, and that's what they were trying to do, that's not luck.
So if I got my head down, I'm not even looking, and I just swing my arm.
You know where my head is.
And it happens. No.
You know where my head is.
If I'm looking down like this, and I'm just chucking my arm, and it happens to hit you.
How come you're not throwing it down here?
Because I'm chugging my arm up closer to your head.
What? Because you know where my head is.
Of course you're aiming for the head.
Exactly. You're aiming for the head. If you're shooting a gun and you're aiming for
So you never heard of that's a lucky shot? So
obviously.
If I'm shooting towards a basketball hoop, if I'm shooting towards a basketball hoop, it bounces, it goes flying up, hits the backboard, goes up again, hits the shot clock, and goes in. That's not a lucky shot?
That is luck. But that's not the same thing. You're talking about.
I was aiming at one thing, and
it hit four other things.
So if I'm aiming at your dome,
my dome,
I'm aiming at the temple.
Yes.
My arm swings out, it goes around, and hits you in the back of the head.
That's still what you.
It landed. That's not what I was aiming at. So that's not lucky that it landed in the back of your head.
No, because you're aiming for the head.
No, I'm aiming for the temple, and you ducked in.
Nobody aims for the temple. No one says, I'm going to hit the temple.
That's where you're wrong.
They go, I'm going to hit this guy's head.
If I'm boxing, right, half of boxing is setting up that power shot. So I'll sit there, aim for the body. I'll aim for the head, right? I'm trying to get you to move in a certain direction. But if I'm sitting there and I end up just throwing something, and instead of slipping, you end up popping your head right up, and it goes right in the way of my shot. That's a lucky shot.
That's not lucky.
How's that not lucky?
Because
all right, I'll sit there and get a professional boxer to come in here and sit there and say,
okay,
that's not a lucky shot. You tell me.
Let me do my analogy. You're hunting.
That's not boxing. We're talking boxing.
Yes, you just brought. How come you come up and talk basketball and I can't talk hunting?
Because you never hunted before.
Yes, I have.
What?
With my BB gun. Listen, you're hunting. You're aiming at a fucking lion. You're aiming at his head. Gun. With whatever gun.
Okay.
You fucking shoot. You pull the trigger.
Right.
And at the last second you close your eyes, but you had lined up the shot already, but at the last second you close your eyes and you hit the line. Is that a lucky shot?
Yeah.
No, you fucking aimed.
But you closed your eyes
for a split second because you didn't want, like, you're afraid of the gun. It doesn't matter. You were aiming at the fucking line.
Okay. So if I'm sitting there and I'm playing pool, I look at the shot, I close my eyes, and I take the shot. I'm still getting lucky because I have my eyes closed.
If you line up the shot first, then it's not luck.
But anything could fucking move.
Not if it doesn't get hit by another ball.
There's different scenarios going on here. Like if I'm sitting there and I do this,
you know what a lucky shot in pool is?
If I'm not looking, right, and I'm aiming to the right, I'm looking to the left, and I shoot and it lands. Is that a lucky shot?
Did you look to line it up first?
No, I just pointed.
That's a lucky shot.
Okay, so if I'm not aiming and I'm just throwing my arm and I happen to hit somebody,
But
If I'm aiming and I hit somebody, is that a lucky shot?
No, because they're right in front of you because you know where their head is. You know where their head is.
Okay, so now you're telling me if I'm boxing and my eyes are closed and I'm just starting swinging and I land and I knock somebody out, is that a lucky shot?
You're landing.
My eyes are closed and I'm just throwing my hands. That's a fucking lucky shot.
If you're...
My eyes are closed and I'm just throwing my hands and it lands and knocks you out, is that a lucky shot?
Well, if it depends. If
I'm telling you what the scenario.
Wait, no. But
you're standing right in front of me.
If I'm standing in front of you, then it's not a lucky shot. If you're standing in front of me and you know where I'm at,
my eyes are closed. You could have gone anywhere, and I'm just swinging my hands, and I hit you and knock you out.
So I walked into it.
You do whatever the fuck you want to do.
In order for me to get hit, I would have to walk into it.
Okay, you walk into it, and I hit you and knock you out. Is that a lucky shot?
No.
How is that not a lucky shot? But it's lucky for everything else, but not for that.
No, it's not. It's not luck. If I walk into the shot,
I got lucky that you walked into my shot like an idiot.
Right, but if you miss, if you keep missing, and I don't get hit, is that a lucky miss?
There's no such thing as a lucky miss.
Exactly. If there's no such thing as a lucky miss, there's no such thing as a lucky shot.
I run a red light and I go straight through like at the wrong time, and I don't hit a single car. Is that a lucky miss?
Or it's nice timing.
Or it's a lucky miss.
No, it's not a lucky miss. It's good timing.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if I go to swing on you and I miss, it's good timing.
It's a lucky miss. Is that what you're saying? It's a lucky miss? There's no such thing as a lucky miss. There's no such thing as a lucky shot.
You don't even do striking. Why am I having this argument?
I do striking.
You put on gloves twice in your life.
No, I'm way more than that.
When we took a photo of it, and
way
one other time.
Way more than that.
No way.
By the way, I'm thinking about doing that IKF.
You should.
In July. I'll take like 4 months next year and just train for it.
But you can't.
Why?
You can't because of your knee.
What does that have to do with presentation?
You're not going to be able to rotate on your knee. You can't even run.
I can. What is that? I don't have to run.
No, but you said you can't rotate on your knee, right?
No, I can't. I can't spin. Like I can't plant. I can't plant and turn hard. Like if I'm running forward,
right?
I can't plant and juke that way.
Okay, but what about like stepping on the foot and throwing a kick?
It's fine.
You just have to really, really work on your hands.
No shit. Well, my hands are bad.
No, you're not. Your hands are strong, but your mechanics are off.
Because I'm more of a.
You bounce. You do the what I would call the punch out motion, where you're like bouncing. You're doing this, so your bounces are all.
No, I'm more this.
No, you do this. So when you go to throw your hands, you drop your shoulders, loop the elbow around, and throw it. Instead of being here where your hands are all set and everything is firing.
Not my jabs. My jabs are fucking pistons.
Yeah, that's
boom, 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 boom.
But I'm saying everything else is readable. So you'd have to sit there and really like work on your
thing.
Oh yeah, I'll train with you. But
I just want to do it to say I did it.
No, do it. I mean, that's what it's for. But you got to remember at your weight division, it's gonna be open.
Yeah, I know.
So you're gonna have the guys that I would have had to fight if I would have stayed in Muay Thai.
What are you gonna do?
So they're like 275.
That's my size. I'd rather fight somebody my size.
Yeah, but they're all gonna be like wannabe Tyrone Spongs.
That's okay. I'm fine with that.
I say go for it.
I can take a shot.
You got to start now though.
No, I'll be fine. I'll take 4 months.
And you got to get the cardio rolling.
My cardio's fine.
Start swimming again. I got to start swimming again.
My cardio right now is incredible. Like I rolled yesterday.
Yeah, you got cardio for jiu-jitsu. That's not cardio for kickboxing.
No, but I'm also doing my conditioning too. It's not like I just do rolls.
Okay, so do one kickboxing class this week, and go all out in the kickboxing class, and then see where your cardio.
I did it a month and a half ago. I did one of the classes.
That's a month and a half ago. A lot can happen in a month and a half.
No, but
I was in shape in a month and a half ago.
I was better. I'm in better shape right now than I was a month and a half ago.
Do one kickboxing class. And go all out. Like, don't do like just going through class. Like everything has to hit hard.
I always go all out. No. Like I don't like you don't. Obviously, when you're dust drilling, you don't go all out. And obviously, when you're trying to learn the technique and get it right,
like you sit on the bag and like you have to. There's no breaks.
Well, it's not a bag class. It's a technique class.
No, when you do the technique on the bag class, like do that, and then you see kind of a little bit better. But then you also don't spar, so you got to start sparring.
I do spar. A couple weeks ago, I sparred with everybody.
Oh my gosh! once every 3 months doesn't count really.
That's not what I'm saying. We were talking about my cardio, and I sparred. I went with everybody. Like, I kept going. Who's next? Who's next?
All right, I'll come in and I'll spar this week, and then we'll see. I'll come in.
No, I'm gonna put you up against the wall.
You're good luck with that. Which knee is it? Right knee or your left knee?
Yes.
Okay, that's all I need to know. What you got going on for the rest of the day?
Might go skate. I don't know.
We haven't hit the parking garage.
Yeah, I know.
In a long time. You still go down there?
I haven't been there in a while.
I should go hit that up one weekend. I need to hit up a parking garage and go skate.
I wish we had like something bigger, like that was actually like designed like for skating. That would like where you could kind of like
a downhill thing.
Like a downhill thing, but like with some like when you hit a turn, it would like kind of go up a little bit, so you could slow down a little bit and like
a bobsled kind of track.
Yeah, kind of like that. It was just. Is
there any place like that, like a skate track like that? There's got to be some in California, right?
Well, there's and we were talking about it. There's a place in Jacksonville that it's got a snake run that we've been talking about going to for a year now. Basically, it goes all the way around, and it's like a half pipe all the way down, and then it opens up into a big bowl.
Right.
It's like they say it's one of the most fun things you can.
I've never ever skated a pool, and I've never ever skated a half pipe ever. But I don't have a fucking trick board anymore. I just have my cruisers, and that's it. I should start back up again.
What I want to do is I want to get a board to make my trick board, but they have the old school Nodus Coppice. What I want that board redone. Like I don't want one of these new school boards with the kick nose and all that shit. This one, the new Noduses has like a very slight kick nose, but it's perfect. It's like old school meets new school, and Nodus. That's the one board that I've always wanted that I've never had. Yeah. It's the one with the Black Panther on the bottom with the wings. It's fucking rad. And that's the one board that I wanted, but I want to get that board and make it my trick board. And Brooks just got that board in the flat black glow in the dark, and he put it in. Did you go in at the party? Did you go in the back room?
No, I didn't.
Okay. It was in there. It's fucking rad.
No, I have to go check it out. I want to get one of the like legit long boards, the ones where you can like hang 10 on and stuff like that, the big wooden ones. They have one at Nomad. Yeah, I know, but they're expensive. And there's no real place to.
Yeah, but you get 10% off.
Yeah, but there's no place here where you can really ride it the right way. Like you have to have downhill. I know there's places in California now, thinking about it, where it is like a snake going down like a hill, where you can do that and you can rock back and forth and stuff like that. I would do that. I wish, honestly, if I had the money, I'd have my own skate park. Like I'd build one, because I don't think the skate parks here there's not enough. And there's
like the dream is to win the fucking lottery and build a skate fucking park. Build a fucking fantasy factory like Rob Deerdeck. Yeah. But it's instead of being like skateboarding and like go-karts and all that shit, it would be skateboarding and jiu-jitsu. And like cool. It would be like you have.
I know somebody has that. I'm pretty sure somebody does have that.
I don't know, but whoever it is, they're fucking rad, because that's like the dream. Like, oh, dude, let's go up to the mats and we fucking roll around for a while, and then they're like, dude, let's do the skate run down there and blah blah blah.
I would love to like get one of the old trash mounds down here and just turn that into like a bunch of different skate routes, like luges going all the way down.
Well, yeah, if they can make them into golf courses,
it's a lot of money. Because you gotta there's a tons of permits, and you gotta worry about the garbage and stuff under. But how dope would that be, where you have like 5 or 6 different skate routes going down that you can pick from? Like, oh, let's go down number 3. Yeah, number 3's got the
like
really
a water
high,
park, it's almost like a water park, but for skateboarding.
That'd be dope as shit.
Like there's we have that one golf course on Lantana, down
the street from my house.
There's a hole that's like starts at the top of the trash mound, and it ends on the floor. So like you got to hit it down, and you hit it down. Yeah. I've played that course twice, and I don't even play golf, but I played that course twice.
There's a I don't know if it's still holding the record, but there's the world's tallest golf hole.
I just saw it.
It's
Just
in
saw it on
Africa.
Instagram.
It's in Africa, and if you can hit the hole in one, you have to take a helicopter to the tee, and you have to shoot it down. If you can get a hole in one, you win $1 million.
That seems like a small price.
For $1 million hole in one, that's a pretty dope one, and I forget how tall it is, but I've seen videos of it.
I think it should be the chances of that you should be getting more than $1 million if you made that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's coming out of somebody's pocket, so maybe you do like a you chip in. You got to pay $100 to take the shot, and then that pulls into the prize money. That would probably be the best way to do it.
Maybe.
You know what I saw for the first time ever? Finally,
Your
Bullet.
penis.
Bullet.
That's a great. Yeah.
That movie fucking sucked.
No. Well.
It's an old movie. Like I'm looking at it like an analytical aspect.
It's like certain scenes were terrible. Like the hotel scenes where the guys kept like. Why would you let the guy in the fucking room?
Well, no, that was the whole setup. It was like, but either way, there's a lot of like just gratuitous shots for no reason. Like this tells nothing of the story.
What about the scene in the hospital where the guy's like, I don't want that black doctor working on me?
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
It's super racist.
Super racist. Like it's but
it's a sign of the times.
Yeah.
It was definitely a sign of the times.
Yeah, but it was cool that like Steve McQueen was like
he was cool with that one doctor.
Yeah, well he was cool with the black doctor. But that was ahead of the
So let me tell you about this book here. Have you ever seen this book?
I don't know.
The Art of Japanese Swordsmanship. Speaking of which, if you have time, you got Hulu, right?
Yeah. No, I don't have
All
Hulu.
right, well, grow up, man up, get Hulu, because it's all of like $8 a month, and watch the movie Blade of the Immortal.
Oh, I've seen that.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. Let me see if I can find this. It's actually Harakiri too, though. So this book, I don't even remember where the fuck I got this from. I may or may not.
But seppuku is different from Harakiri.
Harakiri? Damn, I can't find it. I know that it was like it's in here anyway. But this book is supposed to be like the traditional swordsmanship skills. It even talks about. There's a ticket in here. It talks about like you have to flick the blood.
Do you
off
know?
the blade.
Yeah.
Wow, this is a throwback. So this is a ticket from when I used to work for John Mayer. And this is the concert that I went to, the one that I always tell the story of getting lost backstage, like Spinal Tap.
Oh, yeah.
July 9th, 2008. That's how fucking long ago that was. I'm listening.
We were so one of my favorite fucking, like, I'm not big on reality TV. I'm not really big on TV. I don't really watch much TV anymore. I'm either reading or...
First of all, that's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit. Because I don't get a chance to watch TV.
I'm not going to touch that. Keep going.
If I watch TV, it's with my grandmother watching.
That's not true. Keep
Lifetime.
Going. That's not true.
The only thing I'll ever watch is Netflix on my computer at work.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, do you listen what you just said? The only time that I'm watching TV is Netflix while I'm on my computer.
Yeah,
at work
I eat lunch. When I eat lunch, I watch a show.
Oh, you eat lunch for a very long time throughout the day, then.
Or I eat late. But here's if I can watch reality TV, there's a show that I'm addicted to that I will watch.
What's that?
And I'll watch as many shows that are on. It's called Forged in Fire.
Is that the one where they like make the swords?
They
and stuff?
make swords, knives.
It's always like
the
same like 4 or 5 guys. I was just watching that the other day.
No. They every episode has different guys vying to
but they
win.
make them do like different.
Like they got to make they make one weapon, and then the people who win, the 2 guys that win that go home,
next,
and
yeah.
they go to their home forge and make a rad weapon.
Yeah, no, I always see, and then it's always the guys like making like stupid mistakes. I'm like, man, they've been making fucking swords and knives for thousands of years. Like all the information is there. How are you fucking it up?
Yeah, because it's easy to fuck up. Could you make?
I mean, I'm not an expert.
And
but
by the way,
sure.
there's a place down in Fort Lauderdale that has a Groupon.
Yeah, that you can learn to do it.
You can learn to do it, and it gives you 3 days in the forge. I'm really thinking of taking that up.
Do it.
I am.
It's very easy
now that
to
I'm
lose
out
a
of
finger.
school.
It is definitely easy to lose a finger.
And you burn shit.
And then you can also learn how to do English metal bending. So you can learn how to make old school fenders, because it's all like around the
Guitars?
same thing. No, like the actual car fenders. Damn. All right, I'll find it later. I'll show you how it shows you how to cut your guts out. I think.
Yeah, look it up under seppuku.
No, it's not in there.
Seppuku's not under
No,
there?
it's not in there. They have it
Because
written as something
seppuku
else.
is the samurai word.
Right, but the harakiri is the ritualistic honor suicide. I don't know. I gotta look it up on here. But anyway, it's crazy that a book would actually show you how to do that.
Yeah, well, you stick the blade in and you slice it across, and then your second cuts your head off.
I don't know, man. It's pretty nutty.
Yeah, I don't think I could do, like. Could you do that? Could you even think about doing that?
It's different, man. Like honor and stuff was held at like at a different regard, and like your name meant a lot. So to sit there and have a disrespect upon your name, you had to sit there and really go all out.
To them, it was a fate worse than death.
Yeah.
But
if you ever seen, if you want to see a really cool movie, it's actually a scary movie. It's called Itchy the Killer.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about Ichi the Killer.
It's a fucked up movie, but it's actually really cool because
they said it was one of the most violent movies.
Oh, it's super violent. So there's one guy who's crazy, and he's like this one of the gang guys, and I guess he does something disrespectful. So the head of the other gang is like, I demand, I guess like you cut your finger or something. He's like, I'll give you something better than my finger. And then he takes the knife and he pulls his tongue out. He's like, hold my tongue. And he's like, what? He's like, hold my tongue. And he just goes, come, and cuts off his tongue. And so the guy's like starts freaking out and throwing up. And then he cuts his mouth like the Joker.
Right.
So then like someone goes to punch him and he like opens his mouth and like grabs the fist up. It's super crazy. It's really fucked up. Like, and then Itchy is this guy who's like, he's fucked up in the head, but he's got these shoes with like a super sharp blade. So he goes to defend some girl, and he like kicks the guy with an axe kick and just slices him in half. And you just see him go like, just super cheesy, like cut in half. But it's a pretty cool movie. It's just super fucked up.
One of my favorite cut in half scenes is in the movie 13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts? Never seen it.
It's a terrible but awesome movie. They have these sliding glass doors that close but you can't stop them.
Right.
And the one dude backs up, and instead of cutting him down
sideways,
it cut him this way, and like the front part of him slid down, and the top part of him was still standing up. It was awesome.
How old is this movie?
Mid 2000s.
13 Ghosts.
13 Ghosts. There was actually there was a 13 Ghosts from like the 50s or 60s, but the 13 Ghosts were about basically. There was 13 ghosts, and when you get them together, they can open the portal to between the living and the dead, or to hell, or something like that.
Right.
But like you get them together, and you do all this arcane magic. It's the house was built to. It's hard to explain.
Who's in it?
What's his name? Who's the guy that played in Monk?
Oh, the one that was actually Monk.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Him.
But really?
Him and the girl from American Pie with the nice boobies.
Elizabeth. Oh, I just broke everything. I know what you're talking about. I have to look it up. I've never seen that movie. I never even heard of it.
Yeah, her and Monk are the
That's
big.
weird.
Oh, and Matthew Lillard.
Who's Matthew Lillard?
Matthew Lillard, you would know him if you saw him. He was in. I don't even know.
Clearly, I would know him.
You would if you saw him. If I showed you a picture of Matthew Lillard, you would know who he was. He was like one of those '90s actors that like
that tells me absolutely nothing.
That was
it. Could be freaking Scott Baio and all those other guys.
He was in everything in like the '80s or in the 90s.
That guy.
Yeah,
from Hackers.
Yeah, he could have. I don't. Yeah. He was in Scooby-Doo, Scream. Yeah, he was Shaggy in Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
He was in Hackers. But yeah.
Whatever happened to him?
I don't know, man.
He was the man for a little while and then kind of got phased out. Scooby-Doo fucked him over. That's what it was. Once he did Scooby-Doo.
Dude, the first time I watched Scooby-Doo, I watched it fucking baked out of my brain.
Never seen it.
I watched it so high, and was when I had my Roddy, and Tracy was high, and we were both high.
Probably not good to throw her under the bus like that.
Well, she knows. We tell this story to everybody.
Right.
But she rocked forward, and Rocky, like, laid down. She was laughing so hard. And then she rocked back, and, like, his head got stuck between her and the couch. And, like, he pulled himself out. But to my extremely baked brain, she was trying to kill him. And then she's making... like trying to make some munchies stuff in the kitchen, and it had a weird smell to it, and my fucked up high brain was going, she's killing the cats. She's cooking the cats right now. That's how high I was.
Maybe she was.
And I didn't. No, she wasn't. The cats were fine. Let me tell you how this happened, because I'm not a partaker of anything.
Right.
And for me to be fucking that high,
it's pretty bad.
So what happened was, this was obviously, when did Scooby-Doo come out?
Oh, geez, like 2003?
Scooby-Doo came out in 2002.
Damn. Damn good.
So it had to be 2003. My original, one of the guys that taught me how to wrestle, Dave, who's gone, had given me a joint. He passed away last year.
Right.
But Dave had given me a joint, and we smoked half the joint, and we didn't feel anything. And I was like...
That's PCP.
So then we smoked the rest of it, and I was wrecked. I was so wrecked. I was so wrecked that afterwards...
Right.
We had to take the dog out, and I did not want to walk outside because I was afraid I wouldn't find my way back in. I'd never been that high before in my life.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
I hated it.
I'm sure.
But nothing beats the edibles story.
Which one?
Where somebody that we both know with long hair gave me some edibles.
Okay.
And he told me, eat these edibles and eat half of them. There was 7 gummy bears. Eat half of them. And if you don't feel anything within an hour, eat the other half.
Right.
So...
You thought he meant, like, eat 3?
No, that's exactly what the whole thing was, a dose.
Right.
So I ate 3, or no, I ate 4, and I waited an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, and I wasn't feeling anything.
Right.
So I ate the other 3. And that started at 8, and I went to bed at 11, completely sober. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, and the world was fucking spinning.
For sure.
I was nauseous. I was like, this is fucking terrible. I was this close to waking Tracy up and having her bring me to the hospital. But
you would have ended up like that cop's like, oh, we had some weed and we're dead now.
But so what I did was I did laps around my kitchen.
Until it wore off?
For like 30 minutes I did laps, and then I went and sat down on the couch and watched TV. World was still spinning, and then I started nodding out. Like, well, if I can nod out on the couch, I can fall back asleep. Fell back asleep. And that was the next morning was supposed to be our first MMA class at Temple.
Right.
The old Temple. And I showed up late. And I was fucked up for that whole weekend. Like, my body didn't recover
really
for a couple days.
Well,
that was a Friday night.
Because of the lack of sleep.
Well, that was Friday night, and then Saturday I did that, and then Sunday I was still fucked up. I didn't feel me, like normal me, till like Monday, maybe even Tuesday. I am just not a fucking... I'm not a weed guy.
There's a lot of people. I mean, like, I don't blame you. I definitely can't sit there and do it. Like, it's not the best, like, experience for me. Like, after a certain, like, level, I can't do edibles. Edibles I can't do. I just can't. It'll fuck me up, like, to the point where I'm nauseous. And I've done it where it's like, no, I'm done. Or, like, I force myself to throw up. And it's like, I'm lucky that the last time I tried it, I caught it early enough that I threw up, and it's, like, helped. like relieve everything, but I got stuck riding that fucking ride for hours and hours, and
It's
it was
terrible.
the worst. It was the worst.
I don't understand how people enjoy that feeling.
Because everybody handles it differently. Everybody handles it differently, and then you have the different take. Like I told you what happened to me in New York. You ever tell you that?
No, you told me.
I'll tell you that next time.
All right.
We're hitting up the 2-hour mark. We got to get going. Finish up Christmas with the fam. I hope everybody had a great holiday season. If you are a Christmas person, Merry Christmas. If you're a Hanukkah person, Happy Hanukkah. Festivus, Merry Festivus to all of you. I want to just take the time to thank everybody who's really supported us this year. Thank you to all our sponsors, Choke Aloha, Giraffe Choke, Jit Soap, Nomad, everybody from Temple, all my friends over at Excel. That really helped us push the podcast.
This is going to be... We won't have one for New Year's Eve because I'll be out of town.
I'll do a new one.
I thought we were going to do it on Thursday.
Well, you're not going to be here, you said.
No, I'll be here. I remember the plan was to move it to Thursday night. Not do it Tuesday. Do it Thursday. When I get back, I land at 7-something.
Next Tuesday you're talking about.
Next Thursday.
So I leave this one.
No, I leave Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And I get back on Thursday. And
what day is Sunday? Sunday is the 30th.
The 30th. So the plan was we'll move this to that Thursday. When I get back, you were going to pick me up from the airport, and we were going to come right here.
Oh, shit, I still got to drive you to the airport.
No, you don't have to. My mom will take me to the airport.
Oh, I got to pick you up when? Thursday?
Thursday at like 8 o'clock.
At night?
At night.
Okay,
and then we can come straight here, do the podcast.
We can do it. Well, I'm still going to do a New Year's Eve podcast, or a New Year's last drunken podcast, so I'll probably just get Lee and Brooks to join me and get drunk. So we'll have to have a drink for you then.
There you go.
Man. So you're going to do New Year's Eve up there?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. That works.
Yep.
All right, well, be sure to follow Shawn at Gorilla Boy BJJ. Please, if you guys want to support the podcast, go ahead and follow us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, wherever you follow us. Check out the new live podcast video on YouTube.
It's not really live.
It's not live. I actually do want to do a live one day, so I'll have to set it up.
We need some internet.
We need some internet because I'm killing my data right now with this one. And I think that's it for us. If I don't see you, I'll see you in the new year. You got any more drinks? But here you go. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to 2018. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, everybody, for everything. And I guess we'll see you in the new year as a team.
Peace out.
Peace.